With more and more people spending their time online to build their brands and businesses, it's more important than ever to connect with people offline. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 7 reasons why you need to be attending live events in your industry this year to grow your business and your brand faster. Coming up. Hey, what's up? Sean Cannell here with Think Media, bringing you the best tips and tools for building your influence with online video. And on this channel, we do a lot of tech gear reviews as well as strategy videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. But hey, we're here at NAB Show in Las Vegas, which is a tech show. We've been hanging out with the Think Media team, shooting videos, collaborating with people. But live events have become a huge part of our business. And even before I really had a business and I was just a solo creator, whether it was business events, entrepreneur events, or industry events, they've been critical to really the success that we've achieved today. So let's dive into a few strategic tips of why prioritizing live events can really help you go further faster. Tip number 1 is industry research. You know, I love live events because you can keep your knowledge current. You can spot new trends. And when you're the first to move on a trend, that's a lot of times where the most of the opportunity is. There's also the ability to just stay a leader in your industry. You know, you want to stay on the cutting edge. So identify the important events in your industry and make sure to prioritize getting to them. And then I also love finding new opportunities, whether that's coming up with video ideas, new collaborations, or whatever it is. If I wasn't at the event, I might not spot the trend and I might miss the opportunity. Tip number 2 is it's an easy way to create content. When we attend NAB or CES, a lot of times we can batch produce a lot of videos that are easy to make. Why? Because brands and vendors are here. We can interview the person from the brand and they know all the information. We can get our hands on products that we don't have to purchase ourselves. And we can batch produce multiple videos at one time. In fact, at CES this past year, we ended up shooting 29 different videos. Now at Think Media, we have a team now, but even back in the day when I was a solo creator, a lot of times I was able to produce anywhere from 5 to 15 videos by myself because of attending a live event where I could create a lot of videos all in one place. And actually, if you want to learn how we monetize videos from live events, we shot a video, so I'll link that up on the YouTube card and post it in the description below. Tip number 3 is collaborations. When you go to industry events, you're going to run into other people in the industry. So for us, we shoot collab videos, we shoot interviews with other experts or influencers, and we find that we could get lots of those out of the way right at the event. And the other thing is you might actually do the collaboration at the event, but I found when you just talk to people at a networking party or in the hallway or in the lobby, you might plant seeds for a future podcast interview or a future meetup in a city. And that connection would have never happened had you not gone to the event. Tip number 4 is connections and just relationships and networking in general. You know, as we continue to build our online businesses, offline relationships are more important than ever before. And I've learned that whether it's just hanging out with people, getting coffee, talking for a few minutes, a lot of connections can happen and you never know what they'll lead to. I just feel like showing up to the event, planting the seeds of relationships, sometimes years ahead of time, leads to business collaborations later, leads to video collaborations later, leads to JV partnerships and affiliate marketing deals that you can structure with the different people that you meet. You know, if you really want to grow faster, it's all about relationships. And there's actually a great book called Never Eat Alone. If you've never read that, I'll link it up in the YouTube description. And it's this idea that, look, get out there, sit down with somebody else. And look, if you can't get to a live event that's out of your city and travel is a barrier, check out meetup.com because you should be meeting with other entrepreneurs, small business owners, social media influencers in your city. And with kind of no agenda, because just connecting plants seeds that can grow into something way cool later, and you never know what's going to happen, but you got to step out of your comfort zone and connect. Tip number 5 is spark creativity and innovation. You know, I find that sometimes when I'm just in front of my computer, just grinding, doing the same thing day in and day out, that sometimes my creativity tank can get low. And so getting out of my environment, traveling a little bit, being in a different environment, it might not even be a direct thing that I learn at an event. It's simply exposure to thinking bigger, seeing different things that challenge me, that just get my brain a little refresh so that I have fresh creativity for the next season. The other thing is, at a live event, you get fresh inspiration for innovation. And this is a competitive industry. For us, being in social media, online video, and whatever industry you're in, you want to stay on the cutting edge. And so exposure to new ideas, divergent ways of thinking, adjacent industries, all of these things can give you a lot of insights that will prepare you to always stay innovative and creative in your future projects. Tip number 6 is learning. I've really discovered that lifelong leaders are lifelong learners. And at live events, sometimes people just go for the networking, but I love to sit in the sessions, to take notes. And I found that just one new approach to a problem in my business can change everything. Just one idea or insight that I apply can absolutely help us accelerate and overcome some challenges. Maybe you learn about a piece of software. Maybe you learn about how somebody else has solved a problem. And we attend a lot of events just so we can keep our knowledge current, our insights sharp, and our strategies fresh so that we can always continue to grow. And so I love to take notes and not just focus on networking. I feel like sometimes people stop sitting in the sessions and learning, but man, I have never regretted investing in myself because I really believe that investing in yourself is the best investment you can ever make. Now we're going to get to point 7 in just a second, but if you're getting value out of this video, can you smash the like button? And I want to pass the question off to you. Are you planning on attending any live events, and what events this year are you planning on going to? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you want 3 of my power tips on networking, I've got a video out about it. I'll link that up on the YouTube card and post a link to it in the description below, so definitely check that out after this video. Which brings us to tip number 7, and that is serendipity. You never know what will happen unless you just show up. And from going to live events over the years, there's been a lot of planning that goes into them, and we create a lot of content, but then there's been a lot of random stuff that just happens. A few months ago at CES, we just ran into Justine on the show floor, and she was a part of a camera compilation tips video that we did. A few years ago, we ran into, love him or hate him, Ty Lopez, just right out front of VidCon, and talked to him about influence for a little bit. He just was standing there and it turned into a video. This year at NAB, we were talking to Pat Flynn because he was here, and Heather was shooting a video with Premier Gal, and a lot of things that we didn't necessarily know that were going to happen ahead of time, but because we were here, these things happen. So I want to encourage you. I know there's a cost to it. I know there's a time cost, a money cost, but you'll never regret investing in yourself and your business. And I found that prioritizing the right events and really being in the right place at the right time, even if you can't plan it, can lead to some magical moments in your business and really help you go further, faster. We'll see you in the next video.